All right, what's up guys? I'm Zach.
And I'm Cameron.
And this is our 2020 Ford Transit camper van that we're moving into full time and living out of for the next 6 to 8 months. And we're super excited to show you because honestly, I think this might be the nicest layout and maybe the best camper van build I've ever seen on the internet. So we're really excited to show you guys. All right, so guys, the reason why I kind of picked the Transit over a bunch of others is I did a ton of research and I really learned that there's almost like a Venn diagram of 3 different circles of vans that you can choose from. You either have the ProMaster, you've got the Transit, or you've got the Sprinter van. Now, obviously, we all know the Sprinters are kind of the crazy big boys of the camper van game. So they're gonna be the nicest, the tallest, and kind of the most rugged, but they also cost the most to maintain. And really the initial upfront cost of a Sprinter was kind of out of my budget at the time. So then it kind of left me with either a Transit or a ProMaster. I'd heard a lot of things about ProMasters, just being a little bit unreliable. A lot of the ones around me either had rebuilt engines or a lot of work done to them or a lot of higher miles, and I didn't really want something like that. So it really left me with ideally a Transit van. I know that they're the tallest. We're not the tallest people in the world, but it was just kind of nice to have a little bit of that extra headroom. It's 6'4" on the inside of this thing. So that was kind of a big benefit for us. And also we're able to sleep wide. How tall are you?
5'2".
Cammy's 5'2", I'm 5'9" on a good day. So we're able to sleep in here without having to have any bump outs on, which is, again, really ideal. Again, the Transit kind of just popped up. It kind of fell into my lap. I was looking for a bunch of different vans. I was deciding between a ProMaster and a Transit, and this thing came up. It's an all-wheel drive. It's got the Method wheels on it. It's got the mud tires. So it was really kind of just this perfect opportunity. And so I dived in on it. This is actually a professionally built camper van out of San Diego by Bonita Vans. If you know Ryan Toomey, he's kind of like the godfather of YouTube camper vans. He's actually teaming up with Carter, who is the guy who does Bonita Vans.
Building out this van in my shop with my buddy Carter, and him and I are going to be starting a new building YouTube page where we're going to build a bunch of cool stuff and hopefully post the builds for you guys to watch.
And I actually bought this van from a lady who commissioned it off of him. So I'm really happy to say that it's a totally professional build. It's really high quality. And like I said earlier, I really do think that this is the most perfect van layout for us, and I think it's going to be for a lot of people. We've got a full bathroom, we've got an office, we've got a kitchenette, we've got a full-size queen bed in there, swivel seat. It's really everything you could possibly want. So I'm going to let Cammy show you around on the inside, and then I'll show you the exterior.
So one of the things I appreciate the most is this step, because I'm only 5'2", so I don't have to take a very large step up into the van. It's just a 2-step, which is really easy. I always take my shoes off. So when we come to the front of the van, we have these curtains that we kind of just installed and put up. They are blackout curtains, so they keep the light out. So at nighttime, obviously, you don't want people to see inside the van. And then we really love our swivel chair. It gives us enough space to kind of be separate for a little bit, to walk back and forth. It's just an extra seat in the van, which is really great. Everyone loves that. Okay, so just kind of continuing with the front of the van. This is great. This is where we keep all of our covers for the windows, which is really nice. It kind of keeps it all out of the way. We're not walking all over them. We got our shoes, we can keep jackets, pretty much anything the way we want.
All right, Cammy wanted me to take over for the bathroom because this was kind of my job to do the toilet and things like that. So originally this van came with like a Cuddy composting toilet. If you've ever seen one of those, you've got to put like coconut powder into it and then mix your poop and pee up. It's kind of gross, and it wasn't something that I wanted to do. So I invested in a Laveo dry flush toilet. These things are awesome. It's literally like a diaper jean if you've ever seen one of those. So it's these kind of tinfoil bags, and you do your business into it. You press a button and it seals it, spins the bag shut, and drops it into an underneath little compartment, so you don't have to handle bodily fluids, which was definitely something that I did not want to be doing. But one of the most important things Cammy told me was we needed a bathroom inside of the van. And whenever I looked at a bunch of vans, it felt like the bathroom took up a ton of space and made the whole area feel really congested. So I was really happy when we found this van that it was pushed more towards the front and we had this space in the back. But yeah, so this Laveo toilet actually just picks up and moves out of the way. So you can set it here, and then you've got your full-on shower. It's not the world's largest shower, but it does the trick. We've got a low-flow shower head in here, so we can pick it up. It's straight up military showers in here. If we want to take any longer showers, then we'll just end up going to a Planet Fitness or a gym, or just jumping in the lake anywhere. I like this one though because it's got this little button so you can stop the flow without turning off the water from there. And it's even so fancy that we have built-in shampoo, conditioner racks inside of there, which is really awesome. The bathroom is going to inevitably end up becoming like a coat closet as well, because in a van we don't have a ton of storage, so you want to maximize the amount of space that you can use. So we're going to throw backpacks in there and a bunch of stuff like that as well.
All right, so moving into the kitchen area, a full-length body mirror is right before you walk in, which is amazing for when you want to check out what you're wearing. Okay, so moving back towards the kitchen area, the sink is a wonderful feature because we're able to pull it on and off. You can wash anything outside, you can swivel it around, and you can just hook it right back. It's pretty deep, and it's right next to our induction stove, which is fantastic because we're able to just move this to here. It's really easy. You don't have to walk all the way around or turn around with a hot pan. We also have a ton of storage space in here, which is really nice. This kind of pulls out. Every cabinet is unique and deep. This one is more for like cans. I'm able to keep my coffee in here. Anything that's pretty tall, and it's accessible, so you can come from either side, which is really nice. If you take a look under here, this is where we keep kind of our heavier pots and pans, a kettle, we have our mats, and it's right under the fridge. We always make sure this is locked because it'll swing open. This is our 12-volt Dometic fridge. It's not super clean right now, so don't really look inside, but a lot of things that van owners want is a freezer, and you can't always have one, but we're able to, which is great because we can have ice, and which is great for iced coffee, which I love. I'll take credit for this one. This is our Amazon peel and stick backsplash. Just kind of fits me and Zach's personality and vibe. We wanted some colors, we wanted something unique, and we were able to find it on Amazon for about $40, which is awesome. So a lot of these small features that we got are from Amazon, which is really nice because it's usually cheap, comes within a couple of days. We were able to get a paper towel holder, some spice racks, which is nice, keep things off the counters in a way, which was another thing that we had discussed. Some vans can be really cluttered, so it's nice to have spaces where you can kind of just hang your things. We're still working on stocking some stuff up before we leave for our trip, but we do have some plates and bowls. This is another cabinet that's tall and long, so we're able to keep some of our stuff in here, like Zach's creatine, so he can keep bulking while we're on our trip. So you'll flip it around. We have 3 very large storage compartments. I'll just show you the first 2. It's a little chaotic right now, but we're getting our clothes in here. We're getting set up. We are actually leaving on our trip in a week. So we're getting all of our clothes, jackets, towels, and everything else we're gonna need clothes-wise into the van. So these will be the compartments for that.
All right, I'm gonna take over now because this is actually my office, and Kimmy has no idea what's going on over here. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Yes, that
No.
was funny.
All right, guys, so this is actually my office space. Technically, it's our dining area, sitting table, but I use this as my office space. So we've got the Michael Scott TV mount right here. It swivels out.
A lot of people in the room, you need more space. Voila, right into the wall. Wow.
Which is pretty awesome. I've got my Mac Mini over here so we can edit, we can work on videos, answer emails, get all of our work done. Same as when I was working from my office, but now literally anywhere in the world. We've got Starlink, which is hooked up to 12 volt, so I've got internet wherever I am all the time. I actually looked around to find a TV that was 12 volts power because I didn't want to have my inverter on to plug it into the 110 outlets. So I found a Slyvox RV TV, which is 12 volt. It came with just a cigarette port lighter. So I've got some cigarette lighter ports back behind here. So it worked out perfectly. Got the TV mounted. It actually even sits kind of flush back here, which is awesome and pretty ideal. This is a Lagoon mount tabletop, so when we sit here, I can get my work done. Cammy can lay here. She can sit up at the front swivel seat, which is really awesome. So this really does kind of act like my office space when we're kind of sitting laying low on a rainy day or in between work sometimes. All right, let me kick my shoes off here. and show you the bed, because this was something that was so awesome. So because of these bump ins here and here, I am 5'9", and I'm able to lay perfectly across and not have to lay north-south, which is something that was amazing, because we knew that if we had a north-south bed that we probably wouldn't be able to have that sitting space, which was really important to us, and then it would cut out some of the bathroom. It really just squeezed the van. So being able to sleep east-west was something that we really, really wanted to be able to do. Moving on, we've got obviously like 4 zones of lighting in here, which all are controlled by this panel right over here. So we have our overhead lights on dimmers. And then we have our blue lights, which are actually nice. You know, those are just a little fun feature to have. Over here as well, we've got our water pump on here so that we can pump our water constantly and we don't have to wait for it to pump, use it, flow out, and then repump it. So it's just continuous stream of water. And then we have a ball valve for our gray water dump under the sink, which when we're at a dump site anywhere, we can just activate that and the ball valve releases, dumps the gray water tank, turn it back off, and it goes back to normal, which is pretty cool. Now our other zones of lighting we have back on this wall over here by Cammy's amazing peel and stick backsplash. We've got these lights that are undermounted under our cabinets for our clothes. And then we also have just a flip light for our bathroom, which is really nice. Going to pee in the middle of the night, having a light inside of the bathroom is definitely very useful. So very blessed to have that. We also have a max air fan on the ceiling in the kitchen area, as well as a 12-volt AC back behind the bed, which I think is a really awesome layout. I've seen a lot of vans where the AC unit is kind of up front and then the max air fan is in the back. Here in Florida, which is where we are right now, having that AC right above that bed has been amazing. I mean, it's been, gosh, what, babe, it's been like 90 degrees during the day. And with this AC on, it's like 60 degrees in here. It's really, really nice. But this max air fan, when we have all the doors open and there's a sea breeze, we're out by the beach right now, which is awesome. It really just, we can either have it exhaust mode, so it can suck all the air from outside and bring it in. And as long as we have a breeze, it's actually really manageable in here, which is really, really nice. But we can also have it so that it's pumping air in. We can adjust the height of it. I love these max air fans because they're actually meant to be used while driving. So we can have it on while we're driving down the interstate at 70 miles an hour. We can have it on while it's raining outside. So we can still have that airflow without having all of the concerns of water leakage. Another thing that Cammy forgot to mention up front here that I absolutely love as well is, well, one is the bug screens. We haven't really needed to use them much, surprisingly, here in Florida. Well, it's been too hot to leave the doors open at night, but these are gonna come in handy when we're kind of out in the desert or anywhere where it's buggy, but still nice outside at night. We can shut these, it's screened all the way down, which will allow a breeze to come in, but without having to worry about the bugs and all that fun stuff. But with this door shut like this, we still have a window in here which locks, and then if you push it real hard, you've got the glass which opens up here and you can go out. But then we also have just a little screen. So again, you can have this window open, have the air flowing, but not have to worry about bugs, which is a big problem around here. All right, now I wanna go around the back. I won't bore you with the electrical and the water and everything like that, but I do wanna show you all of the things that we've packed for this 8-month national park cross-country road trip that we're gonna be taking. And hopefully, maybe you guys have ideas of other stuff that we can pack and bring along, because we definitely have no idea what we're doing, so. All right, now coming around to the back of our van, I'll give you a little bit of a rundown on our electrical system. I think I mentioned it earlier. If not, we have 400 watts of solar up on the roof, as well as we have the ability to charge via shore power, as well as an updated alternator. So if we drive for about 3 hours, we can go from like 20% battery all the way up to 100%, which is awesome. So the solar will allow us to kind of stay alive with the charge for like the lights, the fridge. It's tough to do with the AC, but I plan on not having to use that a ton. All right, so now coming around to the back, we have a 2.5 gallon water heater. So if you go up that panel up on the front where the lights are, actually allows us to control the water heater from here. So we get about 20 minutes of hot water. Again, they're military showers inside the van, but being able to have a hot shower inside of the van is amazing. Other than that, we do have, this is our port for our outdoor shower. I've got it, I'll show you here in a second, but we've got an outdoor shower hose. There's quick releases to this, and we can hose off like all of our gear and everything, or we can just take a quick rinse off back here as well, which is nice. One thing that I learned from research was, and I still don't really know why it is, a lot of guys were saying you definitely want to have your water fill up inside the van, not outside, just based off of mold and potentially a security problem with people being able to unscrew if it wasn't locked. So our water fill is actually inside the interior of the van behind the locks, which is nice. I don't know if we mentioned it earlier, but we have Van Essential magnetic van covers for every single window in the van, which is really nice because they're super easy to just clip up and push in just like that, which is nice. Cammy had an awesome find. This is just gonna be our little laundry bin right here. So any of our dirty laundry from hiking, we can just throw it all into this. It's super cute, it's boho, it's Cammy, so I'm happy with it. This is our super portable little ladder for whenever we need to clean the solar panels up on the roof or adjust the Starlink or have any access, just have a ladder. I got us Max Tracks. So this is an all-wheel drive Transit. It's got mud tires, it's got a slight lift on it. So I don't expect to need these, but being that this is our first time going out, I just figured it'd be better to have it than not have it. But I don't know, that's just me. What's really awesome is our garage area has a 500-pound drawer slide. So you press these two levers down and you can pull this whole guy out here. So we do definitely have tons and tons of garage space back here. So we have like a Coleman outdoor gas grill. We've got these Lynx leveler blocks. They're almost like Legos that you can stack up pyramid style and be able to drive up on them and level out the front or the back of the van. I've got a cast iron grill back here. We've got a one of those little tables that we can, use to cook on. On the second bin, it's kind of all of our things to keep the van going. So we've got extension cords to plug into shore power. We've got the outdoor shower. We've got our inline water filter that will filter the water from the spigot to the freshwater tank. We then have a freshwater fill to the sink, so we're double filtered. Yeah, we've got a couple little table and things back here as well. So just, some things to have that we'll be able to enjoy. We got chairs coming on the way. We've got a sun visor coming on the way. So we're still waiting on some things before we take off on our road trip. So yeah, like I said, I won't bore you with all of the electrical, but we do have a 3,000 watt inverter. We've got a DC to DC charger. We've got, like I said, an upgraded alternator. So we're really set. We've got 500 amp hours worth of lithium ion batteries in here. So we definitely have a big enough bank to, just cook on our induction top, use our gas cooktop, have the lights running and not have to worry about it, which is really, a nice peace of mind to have, especially for newbie van lifers like us. I kind of went a little overkill on it, but I'm super glad that I did because like I said, this van is exactly what we wanted. We wanted to be able to have our office. We wanted to be able to have Starlink set up. We wanted to have the bathroom and not have to worry about where we're gonna park and where we can go to the bathroom at night if we had to. So really everything about this van is 100% perfect for us, and I've not seen another van that really is as good as this one for us. So I'm really happy with it. So that is our van. We're actually leaving next week for our cross-country road trip. So if you want to check that out, make sure you subscribe and follow us along. All right, see you later.
Bye.